Well, moving on, shifting focus, some breaking news coming in amid the India-Canada row and U.S. Justice Department indicting an Indian national in an alleged failed assassination plot in the U.S. The Australian High Commissioner Philip Green has said that Australia's involvement with India on these issues is less as a Five Eye partner and more as friend of India, a country that is respectful of India, with which we have a mature relationship. We discuss these issues sensitively and carefully behind the closed doors.
Australia's engagement with India on this issue is less as a Five Eyes partner, more as a friend of India, and a country that is respectful of India, with which we have a mature relationship. We discuss these issues sensitively and carefully behind closed doors. I will say that, we are on a strong trajectory with India, and our bilateral partnership continues to grow and flourish.
Pradeep is joining me to give us details on this. Pradeep, there in fact has been a row going on between India and Canada, and with the U.S. Justice Department indicting an Indian national in an alleged failed assassination plot in the U.S. Now, the Australian High Commissioner Philip Green has in fact made a few comments on Australia's stand in the issue and their involvement with India. Give us the details.
See, very important comment coming from the Australian High Commissioner Philip Green when he's saying that we are respectful of India and these issues are to be discussed behind the closed door. I think this is a clear-cut message to the Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau also, because he went public and publicly he tried to blame India for the killing of terrorist Hardeep Nijjar. So he is trying to say that these issues are very sensitive issues and they are very sensitive while dealing with these issues, and they are behind closed doors, not to be publicly giving any kind of a statement in this regard. So far as this, and any of these things are not really going to affect relations between India and Australia, and because he's saying that they're on the trajectory with India is a bilateral partnership, and that will continue to grow and flourish. So because Australia is also the one of the Five Eyes, because they said when the Canadian Prime Minister had given a statement, he said that they got the information about involvement of India in killing of terrorist Hardeep Nijjar from the Five Eyes. So Australia being one of those partners, categorically maintaining that India is a respectful country. So you can't just make the statement publicly and blame India for any of these things. These are the sensitive issues to be discussed behind closed doors. So that was the statement and a message from the Australian High Commissioner right now. And I think this is what actually the President Trudeau has to learn, because India had always been open to any kind of a has clearly maintained it before the United States of America as well as the Canada that you needed to give us a proof. If you give us a proof, we're going to probe into this matter. But by giving such statements, you are trying to only play politics at the domestic level, because we have seen that how Justin Trudeau is trying to appease his vote bank, because he knows that he had to, in the forthcoming election, he'll be needing the help of those fundamentalist and radical elements operating on Canadian soil. But India's concern is big. India's concern is that you can't allow your soil to be used for anti-India activities, and both the countries you have seen that how these anti-India elements have been flourishing there, especially in Canada. They are coming out with a statement. Not only they are threatening to target India's democracy, but also trying to threaten India's High Commissioner as diplomats there. So in such cases, both the countries need to initiate action against them rather than trying to blame the biggest democracy, India, for trying to target any of these terror organizations, because India from time to time has been doing it. So a very good statement coming from, and a very big statement coming from the Australian Commissioner Philip Green, saying that these are the sensitive issues. India is a respectful country, and you need to discuss these issues behind closed doors rather than coming out and giving public statements.
Okay. Pradeep, appreciate you joining us and giving us all the details there coming in. We will be tracking